Welcome guys, welcome to the another video. In this video we will talk about the urinary system or renal system. So stay with me and know about this topic. The urinary system or the renal system consists of two kidneys, two ureters, one urinary bladder as well as one urethra. The job of the urinary system or renal system to eliminate or remove the waste material from the body. That is the job of the urinary system. Here I made the structure of the urinary system. This is the urinary system. These are two kidneys, two ureters, one urinary bladder as well as one urethra. As we know, our kidneys maintain the pH, our kidneys maintain the metabolites, our kidneys maintain the volume of the blood, our kidneys maintain the electrolytes. So it has many functions. Here these are the two kidneys. These are the two kidneys. This tube-like structure, these are ureters. Two ureters are present in urinary system. This bowl-like shape, this is called urinary bladder. And there is another structure below the urinary bladder. This tube-like structure, it's called urethra. When our kidneys filtrate the blood, it produces wastes or it produces the urine. Suppose these are kidneys, these are filtrating the blood. So this is the blood, and this blood, these kidneys filtrating the blood, it produces, these kidneys produces the urine. Let's assume this is the urine. This urine goes to the down by the help of these ureters. Ureters are the ureters carries the urine. By the help of these ureters, the urine goes down into the bladder, urinary bladder. Urinary bladder is a temporary storage of the urine. This is the storage point. Okay, this is the storage point of the urine, where urine stores. When the kidneys produce the waste or produce the urine, the urine goes down by the help of ureters and goes into the urinary bladder. The urinary bladder is the temporary storage of the urine. So there is another structure that's called the urethra. The job of the urethra is, by the help of urethra, the urine is discharged out. So these ureters are about 20 centimeter long, and the urethra is about 25 centimeter. This is the 20 centimeter long in males, and in females it's about 4 centimeter long. This urethra is shorter than males in females. So this urethra is 20 centimeter long in males and 4 centimeter long in females. Now we take a look. We will discuss now the kidneys. First of all, we will try to understand the kidneys, what is the weight of the kidneys, what is the shape of the kidneys, what type of layers are present in the kidneys, and how the urine is actually urine formation occurs, So here I made the diagram of the kidney. Kidneys, as we know, the kidney is a bean-shaped organ. This is a bean-shaped organ. This is the kidney. The kidney is a bean-shaped organ. If we talk about the weight of the kidney is 150 grams in males and 135 grams in females. The weight of the kidney is 135 grams in females and 150 grams in males. Now we will talk about the height of the kidney. The height of the kidney is 11 centimeter, and the breadth of the kidney is 6 centimeter, and the thickness of the kidney is 1 to 2 centimeter. So the length or the height of the kidney is 11 centimeter, the breadth or the width of the kidney is 6 centimeter, and the thickness of the kidney is 1 to 2 centimeter. Now we will talk about the layers of the kidney. The kidneys has 3 layers. This is the kidney. The kidney has three layers. The first one is a renal capsule, the second one is perirenal capsule or perirenal fat capsule, the third one is a renal fascia. The first one, this is the innermost layer, that's called the renal capsule, right? Renal capsule. And there is present the another layer. The layer is up to adrenal gland. The adrenal gland is present above the kidneys. Both of kidneys are present adrenal gland. Two adrenal glands are present both of kidneys. Above the kidneys there are present two adrenal glands. The adrenal glands are also called as suprarenal glands. So this is the another layer. Okay, this layer it's called perirenal fat capsule. Why we call it perirenal fat? Because there are present fat in this layer. It's a fatty layer, and the fat is present. It allows to in sliding of two layers with each other, or it acts as a shock absorber. There is another layer. This layer is called renal fascia. So the kidney has three layers. The first one is renal capsule. It's a innermost layer. Okay, it's the inner layer, and the perirenal fat capsule is the middle layer. The third, the outermost layer, that is called the renal fascia. Now we will talk about the location of the kidney, where the kidney are actually present. If we talk about that generally, in general view, the kidneys are present above the hips. Here I made another diagram. Here these are the hips. Above the hips and below the diaphragm, there are present kidneys. But we talk about the exact location of the kidney. The exact location of the kidney is T12 to L3, means thoracic 12 to lumbar 3rd. In between the kidney are present. The kidneys are retroperitoneal, means when here is a person, when we cut this person horizontally or transversely, we cut this person transversely, then we try to see vertically. Okay, then we try to see vertically. So here is another diagram. When we see vertically the person, then see like this. Okay, so here are two kidneys. These are two kidneys. This is the backbone or vertebra. So this is the backbone. Just in front of the backbone, the kidneys are the present, or there are the this is this cavity-like structure. This cavity-like, it's called peritoneal membrane or peritoneal cavity. Behind the peritoneal membrane or behind the peritoneal cavity, the kidneys are present. That is the exact location of the kidney. So this is the backbone. Just in front of the backbone, the kidneys are present, and behind the peritoneal membrane, the kidneys are present. That is the exact location of the kidney. Now we will talk about the inner view. We will talk about this is the inner view of the kidney. Now we will talk about what is present inside the kidney. The inside view of the kidney, there are two regions. Okay, there are two regions inside the kidney. There are two regions. The one region is called cortex, and the another one is the medulla. This is the renal capsule, inner layer. Just after the renal capsule, there is the region, this region. This region is called cortex, and there is another region that's called the medulla. This is the medulla region. The medulla is split in many separate things. These are called the pyramids. Okay, these are called the pyramids. The medulla is separated in pyramids. So the kidney has two regions. The first one is cortex, and the next one is the medulla. Here is present the nephron, which is the basic unit of the kidney. By the help of nephron, the kidney filters the blood and produces the waste or produces the urine. This is the cortex region. This is the diagram of the nephron. So the head part or the glomerulus part, this where the Bowman's capsule is present, this is present in cortex region, and the tubular part, it is present in the medulla region. When this nephron filters the blood, okay, so this is the blood, it filters. When it filters the blood, there are medulla region, okay, there are medulla region. So when this nephron filters the blood on the waste part, that's the urine. The urine reaches here. This bunch of small, these are present in medulla region. There are present small vessels or small tubes. When they meet, when these tubes or when these small structures meet, they made a bunch. They made a bunch-like thing here. This bunch-like thing, it's called this bunch-like thing, renal papilla. Okay, so when this nephron filters the blood, it produces the urine or it produces the waste. The waste goes by the help of these small tubes. When the small tubes met, they made the renal papilla. They made the bunch-like structure that is called the renal papilla. When the urine reaches here, renal papilla, after that the urine goes to this side. This side, it's called minor calyx. Okay, so the urine reaches here, it's called the minor calyx. After the minor calyx, the urine comes here. This region, it's called major calyx. When the urine, when this nephron filters the blood, it produces the waste material. The waste material goes to the medulla part. The medulla, there are some small tubes like structure. The small tubes like structure meet at one place, made the bunch-like structure. The bunch-like structure is called the renal papilla. After the renal papilla, the urine reaches in this side. There is another tube-like structure. This tube-like structure here, it's called the minor calyx. After the minor calyx, urine goes to this structure. This is called the major calyx, or into this region, it's called the major calyx. After the major calyx, the urine goes to this side. This side, it's called renal pelvis. When the urine reaches here, it's called the renal pelvis. After the renal pelvis, the urine goes through the ureter. This is the ureter. This structure, it's called ureter. And after the ureter, the urine goes down in the urinary bladder. That is the temporary storage of the urine. And by the help of urethra, the urine is discharged. Here is the opening of the kidney. Okay, here is the opening, this opening where the ureter leaves. Okay, and there are two vessels, the renal vein and the renal artery. The renal vein, by the help of renal vein, the blood leaves, and by the help of the renal artery, the blood goes into the kidney. So this opening where the ureter and the renal vein leaves, this opening, it's called the hilum. This opening, this is called the hilum. Now in next part of this video, we will try to understand how the kidney, actually how the nephron works. This is the structure of the nephron. What happens in nephron when the nephron works, how it filtrates blood, and how it produces the waste, or how it produces the urine. So I give just here the overview of this urinary system. Next video, in next part of this video, we will try to understand how the nephron works and how the nephron actually produces the waste material. Here we will summarize all. Let's repeat once again. Here, how the nephron, when the nephron filtrates the blood, then where the urine goes or waste goes. First of all, the nephron, it filtrates, okay, it filtrates blood and reaches in this part, the bunch-like structure is called a renal papilla. After the renal papilla, there is another tube-like structure. This tube-like structure, it's called minor calyx. So renal papilla to renal calyx, then minor calyx to major. After the major calyx, when the urine reaches at the in the major calyx, after the major calyx, the urine reaches this place, that's called the renal pelvis. After the renal pelvis, the urine goes by the urine goes down by the help of this ureter. This is another, this is the ureter. After the renal pelvis, there are present the ureter. By the help of ureter, the urine goes down in the urinary bladder. After the urinary bladder, there are another structure that's called the urethra. By the help of this urethra, the urine is discharged. Here I forget one thing. This projection-like, here are the projection-like, this projection-like region, it's called renal columbus. This projection-like structure. I hope you understand this video betterly. In next part, we will try to understand how this nephron works, how the nephron produces urine, or how the nephron filters the blood and produces the urine. And we will also talk about the different parts of the nephron. What is the glomerulus, what is the Bowman's capsule, what is the DCT, what is the PCT, what is the collecting tract, etc. In next video we will talk about that. So I hope you like this video. If you like this video, share this video, comment this video. Thank you.